Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm with my beautiful big sisters and we are going to discuss some stuff. But before we get to the video, could you guys make sure you like, you subscribe, tell your mums, your dads, your sisters, your brothers and all of that sauce. And I just want to say cheers to you guys because you know my people there.
Right, cheers, darling. Cheers, honey.
So, you know, I think we need to speak about some stuff because this is a lot. And obviously, as my big sisters, we don't really speak about this a lot. Let's be honest. We need to it's the relationships for me. And I just wanted to speak about like if you guys have ever been on like a really bad date, like a date that's, I would say the worst date you've been on. Obviously for you, obviously because you're older, there might be plenty of worse.
No, there is not. To be honest, I haven't like been on a date that's I can be like, you know, it was awful, it was terrible, it was not to the extent where
I've had a bad one, but not.
I haven't been, if I'm honest.
So what was your?
It was just more of a thing where I think he thought the date was going better than it was. So he was, you know, a bit more keen than I was, and I was just thinking, oh dear.
Well, that's good. At least you really shocked that you haven't, because it's not everyone's had a bad date. But if you haven't, that's bad.
Because I'm always in long-term relationships, so there hasn't really been a lot of dating. And like I said, yeah, it's all good. To be honest, guys don't just approach me and step to me like that anyway, anyhow. I can correct them. No, well, I'm not joking. But they don't just run up in me and thing, you know. So yeah.
So if you haven't had, well, you had a bad date, you haven't had a bad date, I had a bad date. What about, have you had like bad experiences with being in a relationship, going on a date with your partner? Then.
I've had an embarrassing experience because I don't do embarrassing.
Tell us more. I'm intrigued. I'd like to know.
Married? No, you know, jealousy. I was a bit jealous, and someone was trying to, you know, must have said something to me, and I let the person down easy with a smile, just being polite. And he read that totally different, completely.
As they do.
And this and that, and then it just got silly. It was very embarrassing, very actually. But other than that, nah, not really.
Alright, lucky for some. Honestly. What about like your experience when it comes to like the bedroom with your partner? Have you had like a bad experience?
No.
Or like
no.
No? Never had an embarrassing experience in the bedroom?
With my partner?
Or with anyone you've done anything with, have you ever had a bad experience?
What would you define as a bad experience?
Anything. Could be the lights off in your head, but it could be anything.
Oh shit.
It literally could be anything though, like it could be, I don't know, he took off his top and his stand. It could be anything. Or I don't know. No.
I've been blessed, I think. I've been blessed with that.
Bad experiences in the bedroom? Nah. I mean, nah.
No.
Little things like, you know, you may want more, you may be tired.
Yeah.
Okay.
I consider that a very traumatizing experience. You know what I mean?
True.
Attention
cry.
Again,
True.
no, I've been fortunate.
You haven't never? Wow, it's really amazing.
Have you?
Definitely.
You've had loads.
Slow down. Not loads, but like.
Is there anything that'll make me cringe if I hear it was?
I'm gonna share it with you because you won't get over it. Why are you going over that? I'm rested.
Because you said that you're gonna share it. Come on then.
Oh no, like, I had an experience with my ex. Thank you. And he buzzed quickly, like 2 seconds, bro. No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, maybe he was a bit anxious,
No,
excited.
No, because they can be
No, come on.
2
Porshia.
seconds.
It doesn't matter. And if it was that a part? Was it?
It was the first time we slept together.
Right, there we go. So maybe he was anxious. He was.
That's embarrassing.
That is poor. That's
overexcited.
poor. It's dead.
Yeah, no, but
it happens.
It
does happen.
I mean, was it just one time that you think, or did you revisit? Or?
I was in my mind. So,
Okay.
But the sex was never popping.
Oh.
So that's why I don't think he just.
Oh.
What it is, girls.
He's not that guy.
I think he gets too excited too quickly.
Yeah, that's alright.
Then when he gets the cake, he don't know what to do with it.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? So
that's
I'm
alright.
so sorry. Anyways, gosh. Talking about first loves. Do you guys remember your first love? Because that was my first.
Yeah.
You
Was
did?
my first love for years.
And how did you meet him?
It's actually bunking school.
Out of order.
Bunking school. I had my uniform on,
Not really a good example to say.
but I had on a pair of grey trousers and I had on a grey fitted coat, which covered my jumper, etc., etc. And I was walking along. Now, when guys pull up in cars and all that, I don't stop and bend to the window. I'm not.
Right.
It's not.
Keep
From
your
when I
head
was young,
straight.
I'm not in
Straight.
100%.
But yeah, the friend that I was with at the time, a female friend of mine, she was a bit more enough. So he was sort of flagging down. She long time walked to the car, bend down, looking in the window, blah, blah, blah. He was like, not you, I want to speak to your friend. So she was calling me. So I'm saying to her, who is this? So she was like, come. And when I bent down to the window, I said to him, I don't know you. And I kept on walking. And is it curb crawling they call it?
Yeah.
I call it stalking someone.
Yeah. Lurker of intent.
Yeah, it was a curb. He curb crawled me.
Lurker.
He curb crawled me. And then I didn't have a mobile phone then, my mum wasn't on that. No, I was what?
You know, way back.
It went way back. No, I'm not that old. It went way back. But yeah, I didn't have a mobile. My friend did, the enough one, and he took her number, blah blah blah. We conversated, met up a few times. You know, you're young, we used to sit in the car, talk, whatever that was that. And then we lost contact. I moved, and about 2 years later, I see this guy turn up at my new address. We contacted my friend after 2 years. She still had the same number. Head talked her and said, where does she live again? Where did she move to again? We never discussed that. She told him, and he just turned up.
True love.
And we was together for many of years.
Wow.
What about you?
I don't think I've been in one still.
What?
I don't think I have.
No.
I think I've been close to, but I can't.
Well, who was you close to in love with? How did that go? How did you meet him?
I don't meet him. I just met him.
Forget that one.
Forget that one. This is the next question.
They didn't mock up around that one part, did it?
We met still, but yeah, I don't think I've outright been like, yeah, oh my gosh, I'm in love. No, I think I've been close, but yeah.
Okay.
You been in love, Charlie?
Yeah, I've been in love all the time, joking. I'm joking. No, I have been in love. I have. I don't think I'll ever be in that sort of love again though.
What sort of?
Because they say that when you have a first love, you'll never, and it goes wrong, you won't love someone like that again.
Well, hopefully not if it went wrong.
No, but I mean love-wise. I don't know if
I
that's
don't
true
think
though.
That's
Yeah.
all rubbish.
Yeah,
That's
it's
all
rubbish.
rubbish.
You're gonna
All
feel
down to
like
the
you're gonna
individual.
feel.
You're going through life, you have many years ahead of you.
Yeah.
You're going to meet up on all kind of
Different. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
and you get different kind of loves depending on the person. You love them for different qualities that they have. It's a whole thing. It's really, you know, because I'm old. I'm able to tell you that.
So, don't be sarcastic. Excuse me, she's being sarcastic. Obviously, because you've got the cut now, don't try and do that. Show the flip.
No, I didn't really tongue it today, you know. I was that late last night, do you know what I mean? I didn't really tongue it today, but here it is. What I say, it's the bar for me.
Okay, so, oh gosh, yeah. Okay, maybe you can be in love twice then.
Of course, what do you mean?
No, I mean like the same love.
It will never be the same love because they're individual people. So what
Different
qualities that one's got,
and you're at
love
different
that one, you're at
stages of
different,
your
a different
life.
stage in your life. You're not the same as you was back then.
Going back to the bit when I said about first love,
Mm-hmm.
like when it comes to guys, like you said, no man can chat to you. Like They can't whistle. They can't whistle. They can't call you
Know
from a
how
car.
to approach.
Yeah,
Know how to
of
approach.
course. That's what I wanted to get into. I wanted to get into like, how would you deal with a nice person that is a bit of you moving to you from a car, but he's not being rude, but you're slowing down traffic, which is embarrassing.
No, fair enough.
And
Well, then he should know. You pull over, no? And when you pull over, you step out of your car, not pulling over from
And
and
bending
down,
down.
and I'm bending down your window.
Yeah,
and
and
that's-
the pan
and
whistling, and
and it's not
then
no
yeah.
stush bougie, nothing. It's just not for me.
Yeah, you lot get your notepads out.
It's not even that. It's just, but is that not
Notepads.
standard?
No,
And
not for
girls,
everybody.
even when I was younger,
Same.
you know, girls that bend down that window. It just wasn't for me.
No, but the
I'm not like it.
generation's different.
No, which is fair enough. Cool. I'm not knocking anyone for all those that's out there bending down the window.
I'm
Fine.
knocking you.
But
You're lucky.
I say,
Do
let the
better.
guy, if the guy's interested wants to speak to you, you don't need to bend down at his window while he's sitting down in his driver's seat. Let him step out of the vehicle and talk to you.
And what's the first thing you guys look at when, like, in a guy?
No,
I'm not saying, obviously.
The thing is, it's not one thing because
It's-
you go
it's-
through. It's like a whole
check.
Okay, but
Everything.
Okay,
It's
but what's
all-
the first thing
I
you
think,
look
no,
at
to be honest,
when you like him, or if you see a guy you like? What's the first thing you look at?
like Isis said, Porshia.
But that's the first thing that I look at.
You know, and then he slipped up.
Wow.
like Isis said, Porshia. You almost scan the whole thing. I
everything
would say.
quick and
'Cause we
fast.
tend to say, nah, look at his footwear, or I look at his thing. You kind of scan
Everything.
I know I do.
Everything. And because they you could have on a whole drip, yeah? Only per name brand, and you don't know how to talk, or his breath
Yeah.
stinks.
And
So for me,
your hands are
it's
dry.
from there.
His fingernails are dirty.
That's what I was just about to say. Because
Yeah,
for
the
me,
clothes ain't ironed.
for me, it's the fingernails, 100%, and the face.
The fingernails on the
It
face.
is. It is, and then the shoes, and then the swag. Because if your fingernails, I
No,
don't
but they're
care.
all I think they all
Everything.
work
Oh,
together.
the
They're all
fingernails.
factors. They're all factors that ultimately make that decision of
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, the first thing you look at is his face to know if you're generally interested.
That's what I'm saying. You do a scan.
But
it's a scan.
the
It's
nails
just
are
like
the second scan. They have to be good. You sit, and then even if you bite your nails, that's sort of pitting for you. Why are you biting your nails? Then you suck your thumb as well.
No,
I know guys that suck their thumb.
Which is fine if that's what you know, your comfort is fine. But I don't want my man with his raw thumb sucking thumb around it. Why would I know? I mean, but then saying this, because me personally, and I'm sure with a lot of women and a lot of men out there, you know when men's toes are like that.
Oh
the crunch, I
my.
don't like men's
Let's talk about Mr. Krabby.
However,
Mr. Krabby.
However, when you genuinely like a guy, into a guy, check for a guy, attracted to a guy, whatever have you do overlook some things.
It depends.
Within
What
boundaries.
being asked to overlook.
No, within boundaries. So if the guy's feet are a little bit busted,
You're sort of a little bit though.
No, but
whatever.
that, for
Come
me,
on, things like that. You
that's
can
minor.
overlook that sort of thing.
If
But
everything
things like
else,
bad breath, slimy teeth.
I don't think I could. I can't
it's
answer.
fundamental.
Because that even, sorry to cut you, but even guys that, I don't like that. So
What?
no, don't be fucking walking around the house with them fucking thong sandals on, like they do, yeah? And then your toes are crabby. No,
that's
no,
nah,
he's
nah,
at home.
he's at home.
And if that's the only
Shush,
thing-
shush, you would overlook that. When you
No.
are into somebody, his toes might even become beautiful. What you know, the same crab toe that you met.
Yeah, the crab.
When you look at them later down the line, when you're in love, you think they're gorgeous, them toes.
That's true.
I love them toes in that fong sandal.
Get confused.
Okay, so what about looks or personality?
Personally, everyone says that I like ugly guys. I don't think so. I think for me, I'm a bit. So I might like something like, literally, like the shape of your eyebrows or your ears or your teeth, your smile. Yeah, I might like your hands. I'm a bit like that. So in terms of looks in face, I said I'm a monster, but yeah, I can.
You can go with personality over looks.
Yeah,
What about you?
yeah, I can.
I need a bit of both, but it can't be written. That's just it.
Yeah, not a monster,
Just
like I said,
as long
but
as it's
I
not written
can.
off.
Because remember, you see with personality is major key. Because with
Yeah.
personality, charisma, and all these wonderful characters, you can look handsome,
Gorgeous.
beautiful,
Mhm.
attractive. So, yeah, for me, personality.
And for you, looks or personality?
Bit of both. She said.
Bit of both. That's a good answer. For me, I think it's a bit of both as well because again, can't be dusty. I don't want to scream at that.
This is the one.
Not
Like,
not on it. And then on top of that, your personality can't be pants. Like you're just dead. But then you're imagine if they're nice, and then they're just blank. They're like a blank book.
There we go. So I'm still going to go looking at a pretty dance. I'm not gonna man them. We're looking. They're good looking and we cannot maintain a constructive conversation.
Just think of shit.
You've got to have a bit of banter and you've got to have little one-liners.
A bit batty,
witty,
100%.
confident but not cocky.
Yeah. Have sense, the sense part.
You know. Yeah. To me personally, I don't really know if that man, that one day is out there.
Exists.
And I'm an optimist when it comes to my black men. I believe there are wonderful black men out there. However,
100%.
they full package rent.
What's the keys to you guys' heart? What's the key to your heart?
Food.
She's not joking. She is actually not joking. I'm telling you, if you any chefs out there, you can have a.
We're gonna do a mukbang. Like, you see how she
chefs
down
out there, you can have.
Yeah,
she's telling you that now.
She'll do all the food testing.
No, I will. But yeah, no, not obviously.
Key to my heart. I don't know. There's many. You gotta have a bunch of.
You need one.
No,
for me, I think
he would need a bunch of keys.
You are so cancelled. Go on, Aziz.
What's I going to say?
For you.
Oh, yeah, I think, let's say being consistency. Do you get what I mean? If there's like one word that can kind of cover for a lot of stuff, it's being consistent. You understand?
I think it's consistency and loyalty for me.
A bunch of keys.
Respect.
Yeah,
bunch of keys.
Come on.
It's true. Okay, sisters. So I've got 3 questions, just yes and no questions. Yeah, that I really want you guys to answer and tell me your honest opinion and how it's gonna go. Okay. Do you believe that men should pay on the first date? Yes, they're the man, or I got myself an independent.
Yeah, why not?
As the man thing to do, yeah.
Well, from your point of view. Take away the
but it's
fact
both.
that he's the man.
It's both though, because you're not gonna go and not be able to cover yourself in the worst case.
Some girls do.
Okay,
no,
I wouldn't.
No,
okay.
So if I don't, right,
some girls do,
and you don't know what could happen,
yeah.
and you don't know what how people can switch. So I make sure it's a matter of my money.
Let me tell you this: all this new age confusion and it all gets complicated and this that. It's as simple as this: if a guy is interested in you and he is pursuing you, and he is asked to take you on a date, it's absolutely standard. So don't let all of this social media and all this hype and all this whatever get you confused. It's standard. He's pursuing you and he's asked you on a date. He should be paid.
You never asked him.
I said and again, I believe in balance. So nothing is wrong if later down the line you take him out and you take him from me. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not what I'm saying. It's not all on the man. That is not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But if you're going on a first date, he's pursuing you and he's asked you out. I'm not even going halves. Remember, I could have been at home. I was alright. Thank you very much.
Definitely got
me. You've asked me out. You've invited me out. Then you must know that you're covering now. Same way if I phoned you and I said to you, X, Y, Z, I'd like you to come with me to blah. I want to bring you there. I would like you to, which means I've got you.
Yeah, I'm inviting you.
Let's not complicate shit.
Okay, next question. Are you affectionate? Yes. Wait, whoa. Yes, please, or no, let me breathe.
Listen, because I was told I'm not affectionate. I don't agree. But you see, the connection that you have with someone, that determines how affectionate you are.
I agree, yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
So, because that person wasn't really for me, naturally, I wasn't coming across as affectionate.
Yeah. So you're always, no, let me breathe?
No, because I can be affectionate.
Okay. You just wasn't, your full heart wasn't in it. You wasn't feeling
I wouldn't go that far. I would just say that it depends on the connection that you have with that person. That's how I think.
What about you? Let me breathe. Well, yes, please.
No.
Because when you don't like them
Because,
and they're all up on
and
you,
not
it's
even
like,
that.
back up.
Even when you do like them, you love them, they start getting obsessive.
Smothering and shit.
That's exactly what I was just about to say. It's
Well,
true.
It can be a lot,
Right.
but then, I'm used to that. So, some women, they want the stalking because they're not really used to men wanting them and being affectionate. So,
Now I have the last fire question. If you fell in love with someone, got married, had kids, and 10 years later found out you were cousins, would you split?
traumatized. Kids.
You're married.
That's how I'm sleeping my
You're married, you have kids, and 10 years, maybe you've been together for 10 years, and obviously you never got married as soon as you met him, so you've known him for a very long time, and now you found out that he is your cousin. Are you staying or are you going?
No, we're gonna have
The
to
options are blood over love or yes, it's legal love.
No. Do you know what? I'd be so traumatized. The relationship wouldn't work after that.
100%.
Once that comes out, even if he was willing to make it work, I know that because I'm not going to think anyway. I'd be so devastated. The relationship wouldn't work after that.
It wouldn't
My cousin,
It wouldn't be the same.
we can't be together.
But I mean, the
But
thing
then
is,
it's already done. It's gone by already.
right, and you're definitely obviously comfortable. You built a life with this person.
Yes, before you knew he was your cousin.
Absolutely, but I'm saying, in that situation, realistically, could you just walk away
I'm going to be real
if
with
you're
you.
happy?
Yeah, but then after that information,
No,
is
it will be
out,
fast. It will be
Are
fast.
you still going to be as happy as you were? Life is never going to be how you know it.
Absolutely
anyway.
not. But
So,
I think because it's hypothetical, it sounds like obviously walk away. But I'm talking about if you're in feeling,
Me?
and drop long in that love.
I am staying because it's illegal love. I've been with you. No, let's be honest, because a lot of you look saying, oh, I'm not. You fucking will. You got kids with him. Definitely got your house. Been together for 10 years. Are you tripping? You're gonna be my cousin, husband, my kids. You're their uncle, cousin, dad, / whoever else you wanna be. Yeah. And we're gonna keep this boat sailing. Right. That's the honest truth.
I
Because
don't know,
this one,
man.
I'm inbred already.
God forbid, innit?
I would.
I'd be
I'd have to beat up.
myself.
No.
I don't. Me personally, I don't think, and I'm talking not even about the man, off of my own.
Yeah, just your.
I
Remember
do
your
not
kids
think
as
that
well, you know.
relationship.
That's fine.
It's deeper because now your kids are inbred. Standard, they're inbred. That's their uncle, dad. Cousin dad. So it's cousin dad. And then I'm gonna have to really have a conversation with my parents because why wasn't I not aware of this?
It's a life.
Where has he been?
It's a fire.
So you're hopping on, you're coming off the boat and you're staying on the boat.
I don't.
I think realistically, I would come off, but I'm just thinking, hypothetically, it all sounds walk away. But when your feelings, emotions, all of that, you're done build up life with somebody, have picnic with them, it's a different. You get what I mean? But
And that, when you think of that question, you have to think. Remember we spoke about first loves. Imagine that's what you know how you felt when you was in love with this person. But that person's your cousin, babes.
Oh, no.
Do you understand?
Nah, sorry. Whole married life. The daddy of my children. Everything popped up. Mash up.
And your kids finished that night.
Mash up. Everything.
Everything.
This is counselling now for the kids.
Therapy.
The whole lifestyle is everything's changed.
Everything.
We now need to get psychiatric help. actually.
Yeah, therapy.
Therapy now.
Yeah.
Professional help.
Lots of
Yeah.
therapy.
So we're talking about David. I'm married. We now need to go and talk to some people.
No, 100%, I agree.
So
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of today's podcast. Now, I just want to say thank you to my sisters for coming on today.
Welcome, Dad.
My big sister, Naomi, she's the voice behind the podcast.
Yeah.
She does not like coming on camera.
that's why I'm getting hot flashes.
But she
You made it.
But she done well.
Yeah, true.
I'll put both of their Instagrams down below so you can show them some love. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and tell your moms, your dads, and your sisters, and make sure your cousins
Yeah.
are in
The
this.
cousin, the daddy cousin.
Right. And yeah, stay tuned.